Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Allison Mack is an American actress best known for her role as Chloe Sullivan in the long-running television series Smallville, 2001 to 2011. Once celebrated as one of Hollywood's rising young stars, her life and career later took a dramatic and controversial turn due to her involvement in the NXIVM organization. Early life and education. Allison Christin Mack was born on July 29, 1982, in Preetz, West Germany, where her American parents were stationed while her father worked as an opera singer. The family later moved to Long Beach, California, where Mack grew up. From a young age, she showed a strong interest in acting and began modeling and appearing in commercials, including one for German chocolate. Acting career. Mack began acting professionally in the early 1990s. She appeared in several TV movies and series, such as Seventh Heaven and Opposite Sex, before landing her breakout role in Smallville. From 2001 to 2011, she portrayed Chloe Sullivan, a smart and determined journalist who was one of Clark Kent's closest friends. Her character quickly became a fan favorite for her intelligence, courage, and humor. Mack's performance earned her multiple Teen Choice Award nominations and cemented her reputation as a talented and promising actress. Outside of Smallville, she also worked on other projects including The Ant Bully, 2006, voice role as Gladys Wilfred, 2013, guest appearance. The Following, 2015, small television role. Involvement with NXIVM. After Smallville ended, Mack became involved with NXIVM, a self-help organization founded by Keith Raniere. NXIVM marketed itself as a personal development and executive coaching group but was later exposed as a cult-like organization that exploited its members. Mack became one of the most prominent figures in NXIVM and helped recruit women into a secret subgroup known as DOS, Dominus Obsequious Sororium, in which members were allegedly branded and coerced into providing collateral, such as compromising photos or personal secrets. In 2018, Mack was arrested and charged with sex trafficking, forced labor, and racketeering conspiracy in connection with her role in the organization. Trial, conviction, and imprisonment. In 2019, Allison Mack pleaded guilty to charges of racketeering and racketeering conspiracy. During her sentencing in 2021, she publicly apologized to the victims, expressing deep remorse for her actions and stating that she had fallen under the influence of Raniere's manipulation. She was sentenced to 3 years in prison and fined $20,000. Mack served her sentence at the Federal Correctional Institution in Dublin, California, and was released in July 2023 after serving about 2 years. Later life. Since her release, Allison Mack has kept a very low profile, avoiding media attention. She has expressed regret for her role in NXIVM and has reportedly been working to rebuild her life privately. Legacy. Allison Mack's story is a striking and tragic example of how fame, influence, and psychological manipulation can intertwine. Once admired for her intelligence and charm on screen, she later became known for one of Hollywood's most shocking criminal cases. Her downfall serves as both a cautionary tale and a complex reminder of how easily charisma and idealism can be exploited by dangerous individuals and organizations. Career. Before NXIVM. Before her life became entangled with NXIVM, Allison Mack was considered one of television's most talented young actresses. Her passion for performing began in childhood. She trained at the Young Actors Space in Los Angeles, a well-known school for child actors, and soon started building a solid resume of TV and film appearances. In her teenage years, Mack appeared in several television movies, including A Mother's Revenge, 1993, her first TV movie role; Switched at Birth, 1999, a drama based on a true story; My Horrible Year, 2001. Directed by Eric Stoltz, which earned her early recognition. Her natural charm, expressive face, and emotional depth allowed her to transition seamlessly into adult roles. However, it was Smallville that catapulted her to fame. Breakthrough. With Smallville premiering in 2001, Smallville told the story of a young Clark Kent before he became Superman. While the series was centered on Tom Welling's Clark, Allison Mack's Chloe Sullivan quickly became one of the show's defining characters. Chloe was not part of the traditional Superman comics at the time. She was an original character created for the series. Her investigative spirit, unshakable loyalty, and occasional sarcasm made her both relatable and admirable. Many fans saw her as the emotional anchor of the show. As the series progressed, Mack's character became integral to the Superman mythos, so much so that DC Comics later added Chloe Sullivan into official comic book continuity. Mack directed a few episodes of Smallville as well, showcasing her interest in working behind the camera. During her Smallville years, she also appeared in theater and independent films, eager to expand her craft. Off-screen, she was known for being articulate, energetic, and passionate about social issues, qualities that later played a tragic role in her involvement with NXIVM. Involvement in NXIVM. And Keith Raniere. Mack was introduced to NXIVM around 2006 through her Smallville co-star Kristin Crook, who attended some of the organization's courses but later distanced herself from it. Mack, however, became deeply involved. At first, NXIVM presented itself as a personal development and leadership training organization, claiming to help individuals unlock their potential. Mack was drawn to the group's ideals about empowerment, creativity, and self-improvement. Over time, she became one of Keith Raniere's most devoted followers, viewing him as a mentor and visionary. She began recruiting other women into the group, believing she was helping them grow. However, under Raniere's control, NXIVM evolved into a high-control cult, where women were manipulated into obedience and servitude. The secret subgroup Dos Dominus Obsequious Sororium became the darkest element of NXIVM. Members were branded with Raniere's initials, and Mack allegedly helped organize the branding ceremonies and enforce loyalty through coercive tactics. Many of her recruits were aspiring actresses or women seeking empowerment, individuals who trusted Mack because of her fame and perceived sincerity. Arrest, guilty plea, and sentencing. In April 2018, Mack was arrested by the FBI at her Brooklyn home on charges of sex trafficking conspiracy, and forced labor conspiracy. Her arrest shocked Hollywood and her fanbase, who had long viewed her as a positive role model. Prosecutors accused Mack of being a key figure in maintaining the NXIVM hierarchy. Evidence showed that she not only recruited women but also helped structure the DOS system of masters and slaves. Facing the possibility of decades in prison, Mack eventually pleaded guilty in April 2019 to racketeering and racketeering conspiracy charges. During her sentencing hearing in June 2021, she delivered an emotional apology, calling her actions the biggest mistake and greatest regret of my life. The judge sentenced her to 3 years in federal prison and ordered her to pay a fine and perform community service. Keith Raniere, meanwhile, received a 120-year sentence for his leadership of NXIVM. Release and life after prison. Allison Mack was incarcerated at FCI Dublin, a low-security women's prison in California. While imprisoned, she reportedly focused on rehabilitation and education programs. In July 2023, she was released early for good behavior, having served roughly 2 years. Since her release, Mack has avoided interviews and public appearances. She is believed to be living quietly in California, attempting to rebuild her life away from media attention. Some reports suggest she has expressed ongoing remorse and is focusing on personal recovery and understanding the psychological manipulation she endured under Raniere. Public perception and cultural impact. The story of Allison Mack in NXIVM has been the subject of multiple documentaries and series, including The Vow, HBO, 2020-2022, Seduced. Inside the NXIVM Cult, Stars, 2020.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.